What is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I wanted to take some time to reflect on my recent travels here in Colombia and the moment I am outside of Bogota, but my purpose for being here has largely been surrounding wildlife travels and encounters. And I recently got to experience some pretty cool stuff, and I have like one more little adventure on the way. And I vlogged all of this for you guys, so I'm not really sure how it came out because like I've in the past been very averse to vlogging because I'm like, oh, I want to be like, in the moment. But if you're focused on taking video or whatever the whole time, like it's a different experience. But in any case, I still managed to vlog it a little bit, so I'm hoping to share that with you guys. But the cool thing that I wanted to kind of talk about is how like doing these kinds of like wildlife encounters have kind of like changed my perspective on traveling, right? So like most people probably just want to go to a given place and kind of like check it off the bucket list, and then that's it. And then after they get all the travel out of their system, maybe they want to like just kind of settle down and whatnot. For example, before I elaborate anymore, for example, oh, I want to go to Paris, I want to experience cafe culture, I want to go to the Eiffel Tower, I want to go see Normandy. I've seen Normandy, the one part of France that I actually remember very vividly. But in any case, you know what I'm trying to say? Like once you've seen Normandy or at the Eiffel Tower, you don't necessarily have to go back. But with wildlife encounters, like you're never gonna have a single encounter more than like twice because it's gonna be unique each time. You're gonna be dealing with, in most cases, different animals. And it's really cool. Some of the first videos that I put out on this channel, they didn't do well at all. And that's okay because they were documenting my trip in Bolivia. When I went to Bolivia, I went there to go see jaguars, and that was a hell of a freaking trip. Like, I didn't realize how elusive jaguars are in general. Of all the 7 big cats, jaguars and probably leopards too, are the most elusive. And I didn't realize how I knew leopards were elusive, but I didn't know that jaguars were. And I'm so blessed and fortunate that I had the opportunity to see them in a fairly wide open environment. Because if you were to go to the Pantanal, well, that's a bad example. Typically, if you're in the Amazon rainforest in any capacity where jaguars are, the chances of you seeing a jaguar are so slim to none, unless you're somewhere like the Pantanal. Although the Pantanal is kind of touristy now, it's because it's kind of mainstream, and the cats are actually kind of used to human interaction. But where I went in Bolivia, they're still wild animals. They're skittish, they're shy, they're very wary of people. So it made the encounters that we had so much more meaningful because they're genuinely once in a lifetime experiences. I was with 3 professional wildlife photographers, and the pictures that they got were amazing. But my point is that the experience that we had, you can't replicate. Like, it's gonna be different each time. And it's really made me kind of rethink how I want to structure my life moving forward, just in general. I've definitely grown very fond of Latin America and the various cultures within. Colombia has been the place that I've been to the most, but like Peru also resonates with me, and Mexico is amazing. Just being able to be here in any part of Latin America, like obviously they're all different, they have their unique cultures and whatnot, and I love that. But being able to just screw off into the wilderness and experience these animals in their natural environments has been like really life-changing, because it's made me think like, God willing, in the future when I have kids and stuff, like I'd love to be able to give them these experiences and stuff. And I know that working a traditional job isn't gonna necessarily do that. Like you got two weeks of vacation at minimum in your average corporate job, and if you're lucky, you have more than that. I was really lucky in my last job where it was kind of more than that. Most people would take like 3 or 4 weeks, but it was flexible. But in any case, it really makes these, like going into like, let's say like Africa, India, whatever, where the wildlife encounters are, it is so like meaningful because you're never gonna have the same encounter twice. It just really put things into perspective for me, because like, yeah, it would be cool to see like the 7 man-made wonders of the world, like Machu Picchu, the pyramids, the Taj Mahal. I'm blessed that I can say that I've seen 2 of those 3. But like, you see those and that's it, typically. I wouldn't imagine too many people would experience those more than once. Although I'd actually like to see Machu Picchu again. But in any case, that's not the point. The point is wildlife, travel, and experiences have really kind of changed my perspective, because it kind of makes me want to travel more than I already have. And I've traveled a shit ton, at least more than most people my age, or in general. Just being in the wild with these animals and just experiencing them. Like, zoos are definitely important. Zoos are cool. Zoos have their place in conservation and education because of how accessible they are. And arguably, if most zoos, well, I'm not going to generalize, but a good portion of zoos treat their animals well. So like, all of that is great and important, but nothing will ever compare to the feeling of when I saw that bushmaster in the Amazon for the first time, or where we had the jaguar encounters, or even more recently, I got to see this really cool eagle. Just kind of like chase it down to get a good picture of it. You guys will be seeing that soon enough. So yeah, just stuff like that brings me so much joy, and it's just awesome. So with that being said, I guess this video will serve as kind of a teaser as what's to come, because over the last couple of weeks I've managed to vlog, like I said, most of my adventures. And although my video editing skills are not S tier at the moment, I've been putting in like the bare minimum. I know how to like flip things up and do like voiceovers and what have you, like the basics. So I really gotta level up that skill, and I'm gonna try to put out some really good little like travel vlogs for you guys. That being said, if you guys can appreciate or want to see like more of the natural world, like come along with me for journeys like what I just experienced, you know, like and subscribe. If what I've said has resonated with you at all, like and subscribe. Lastly, I want to address the people that are new here for following me, whether you came from my software engineering video or Anton Daniels. Thank you for being here. I think it's freaking insane that my YouTube channel has more of a following than like my other social medias, like my Instagrams, my Facebook. I don't really care for Facebook, to be honest, but my Instagrams more importantly, you know, like I never expected to get this far in YouTube. And a lot of you are just here because you want to see me, like the people from Anton Daniels, a lot of you have been super like supportive and are just rooting for me in general. And that means a lot. And if you're here for my software engineering videos as well, I'll definitely be making content along those lines. Not as much, it's not really the goal of my channel, to be completely honest. Like, just going off of this video, I'm sure you can see where my channel is going to be going in the future. Although the travel that these types of wildlife things are not really sustainable right now for me, I recognize that my YouTube channel, should it take off even more than it already has, can be the leverage that I need to be able to do these kind of traveling more. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching this far, and I will catch you guys on the next one.